Hi, you guys. It's Jennifer Allen. I am back for part 2 of our 3-part summer wellness series. I'm here with Ruby. She's in the corner. She often loves to come to my yoga classes that I do at home. And so what I want to provide to you today is a gentle, soothing practice for summer. So oftentimes in the summer, we're busy, we're going, there's fun stuff to do. We're camping, we're hiking, we're traveling, we're visiting with friends and family, and there's a lot of activity. And so what this short practice will do is it will calm your nervous system, and it will soothe you, and it will also cool the heat of summer. So remember, we have a breath practice that we learned it in part 1, and you could spend some time with the breath practices before you come into your yoga practice, or you can just do your yoga practice on its own. All right, so go ahead. All you'll need is a mat or a rug, a space to practice. I'm going to join you on my mat, and we'll start on hands and knees. Take a moment to make sure the shoulders are over the wrists and the hips are over the knees. Spread through the hands, create a nice firm foundation for yourself. And we're going to just move through a series of movements called cat and cow. So we're going to inhale, open through the chest, lift the chin, let the belly drop. So you're kind of making a sway back. And as you exhale, push into the hands, round through the spine, take the chin towards the chest and come into cat pose. Okay? So you can see a little bit better. We're going to inhale and exhale. Good. We want to keep this movement slower, nice and smooth and easy. See if you can deepen and lengthen the breath a little bit. Inhale, we open through the chest, come into cow. Exhale, we round through the spine, come into cat. Let's do one more time each. Inhale, neutral spine. Separate the knees a little bit wider. And we're going to press the seat back towards the heels. Walk the hands forward. Come into child's pose. Bring the forehead all the way down to the ground. If the forehead doesn't touch the ground, you can use a little support or pillow to assist you. By bringing the forehead down to the ground, we're having a little pressure on the forehead. And so what that can do is help to soothe a busy mind. So if your mind is really active and full of energy, that's great. But sometimes we just want to calm down and settle the mind. Knees are wide. Hips are back towards the heels. Arms are forward. Just breathing slowly in and out through the nose. We'll come up off the pillow if you're using it. Lift the forehead up, keep the hands down, and inhale, we're going to walk the hands towards the right. So hips stay as is. Walk the hands towards the right and get a really nice stretch through the left side of the body. Inhale through center. We pause here at center. And then next inhale, we're going to walk the hands over to the left, getting a nice stretch through the right side of the body. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach back through the heels as you press forward through the hands. Get a really nice stretch in the back of the body. And then as you inhale, come back up to hands and knees, flowing through cat-cow once again. And we want the mind to just be focused on the breath. So focused on the inhale and the exhale. Hopefully taking the mind out of the thinking, planning, executing mode, and just allow it to anchor into the breath, which allows us to anchor into this present moment. All right, one more. Open the chest, round through the spine, and then come to neutral or extended spine. I want to show you next puppy pose. And so we start from hands and knees. We're going to attempt to keep the hips over the knees. This is going to prove to be somewhat difficult if you are tight in the shoulders and chest, which I am. But keep the knees over the hips over the knees. Walk the hands forward and then lower or melt the heart down to the ground. Forehead can come down if that's available to you. Otherwise, we use our support to bring the floor closer to us. Big stretch through the back. Now, if you have any sensitivity or injury in the low back, then avoid this. Come back to child's pose, which was our first sort of variation of this. All right, inhale, lift through the chest. Walk the hands back in. Walk the knees towards the hands, shift around. And our next pose will be a seated forward fold. Okay, so to do this, the legs are extended, the shoulders are over the hips. And you might realize you're pretty tight. So what you can do for more support, especially in the low back, is come to a wall. So you walk the hips all the way to a wall. Legs are straight. If that's too much for the hamstrings, slightly bend the knees. Okay. And then we're going to take the hands to the legs. First, we're going to inhale, open through the chest, more that cow pose. And then exhale, we're going to round through the spine, more like cat, as we fold over the legs. Take the chin, let the chin come in towards the chest. We'll hold here for 10 breaths. Forward folds are really great to soften and to surrender. Two key elements of balancing the energies of summer. If this is causing any discomfort in the low back, walk the hands up, the thighs, and just sit with your back against the wall. Slightly dropping the chin. Great. Everyone go ahead, inhale, lift up. I'd like to do another seated pose with you. So take the right leg, bend the right knee. You can use the hand to help you draw the foot all the way up to the thigh. If that's too extreme of a bend for the knee and the hip, then you just bring the foot wherever's comfortable. Having our handy prop, you could use that to support the leg as you need. Okay. So the left leg is extended. So that's a nice stretch to the hamstring. You can use the left hand behind you to support you. And the right leg is bent. So we're getting the beginnings of a nice hip opener. Okay. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. So the left hand presses into the ground. The right arm reaches up. Inhale. As you exhale, take the right hand and bring it across the body. Your torso will start to rotate And you're going to bring the right hand outside the left leg, maybe the thigh, the knee, or the calf or the ankle. If you have more flexibility in the back of the leg, you can begin to slide the hand away from you. And drop the chin towards the chest. So know that you can stop anywhere along that progression. All right, as you inhale, press into the left hand, slide the right hand back up the leg and up overhead. Release the right hand, use it to grab, and you can even have the left hand to grab the right leg and bring it across the body. So we're just taking the right leg and bringing it across the body outside the knee, okay? Both hands hold the shin and we lengthen through the spine. Keep the right leg, the left leg flexed, excuse me. So the left foot is flexed, so we're not letting it roll out, toes up to the sky. Keep the left hand on the shin. Take the right hand behind you, press it into the ground and lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, slowly begin to rotate through the torso, coming into an easy spinal twist. We're not going that far with the twist, just slightly across the body. And inhale, come back to center. Remove this leg. Take both hands behind you and just sit up for a moment. Twists are really great for removing toxins from the body. It's accumulated heat of the summer, okay? All right, we start with the left leg, bending the left foot in and bringing it to somewhere along the right leg. I encourage you to use your support. Make it soft, make it sweet, right? Right hand outside the right hip. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, take the left hand across the body. You'll notice a slight twisting or rotation of the torso. And you may keep it here. This is a beautiful pose. You're already getting a stretch through the back of the leg, through the outer hip, through the torso. If you have the flexibility, you can fold forward as you exhale and drop the chin towards the chest. Inhale, lift up, let the hand slide up the leg and then lift up towards the sky, maybe even smiling. Exhale, release the left hand and use it and the right to lift the left leg and bring it across the body. Okay, both hands hold the shin for a moment as you lengthen through the spine. And then we'll keep the right hand on the left shin, take the left hand behind you, press into the fingertips and lengthen through the spine as you slightly rotate the torso to the left. Okay, inhale, bring it back to center. Use the hands to support the leg and extending the left leg. Both hands come behind you, and we're going to come back into that forward fold. So if you need to come to the wall again, you can do so. Otherwise, we're going to exhale and fold over the legs. Chin in towards the chest. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Use the hands to bend the knees. And then slowly lower all the way down onto your back. Our last and final pose will be an active rest pose. If lying on the ground is not available to you or is not comfortable to you, you can lie on the couch or in your bed. Open the arms out, palms facing up. Let the feet roll out. Let's take a few breaths here, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. Just let any tension move out and away. Inhale again. Exhale softly, exhale through the mouth. Let any heat be released. Keep the mouth closed and continue to breathe slowly through the nose. Let the body be soft. Let the mind be soft. Let it wander where it would like to go. If you notice yourself getting fixated on something or the mind becomes quite active, planning, scheming, just soften. Come back to that exhale through the mouth, release tension, release heat. You can almost imagine as if you're floating on top of water right now. Lying on your back, the coolness of the water supporting you and holding you. The body slightly rocking with the movement of the water. I invite you to keep that feeling of cool, smooth, calm. As you begin to shift out of your active rest, roll to one side and press yourself all the way up to seated. Keep the eyes closed for just a moment. You can bring the hands together at the heart. And slowly open the eyes. All right, I thank you so much for joining me for this soothing, cooling, calming practice to help support you in this season of summer.